Morning guys, welcome back to my channel. I am doing my last haul. It is the Mardel haul, and let's just dive right in. I do have something I want to show you. Excuse me. You know what this sign is from? It's just something I wanted to show you. Instead of the opening being this white piece of paper, I decided I would just show that you are loved, because you are. And even if you don't have a relationship with Jesus, you are so loved. He loves you more than we ever know. And if you don't have a relationship, I'm sure there's somebody that loves you and misses you. And if you weren't here, you would certainly be missed. And I just have this. It's like the first thing I see when I walk back in my door. And it's a reminder to me that I am loved. Because sometimes I just feel like things are so heavy and so bad, and like this day will never end, and it does, and tomorrow's another day, and we just keep walking, keep moving, keep stepping. So I just wanted to share something like that with you guys, instead of it just being this blank piece of paper. So here's what I wanted to show you. I got this from Walmart. It's not part of the Mardel haul or anything. I got a bunch of stuff at Walmart for the boy for his school supplies. So I got one for me and one for the boy. He has green and mine is purple. But I just thought this was so cool. It is a pencil sharpener, and it has an eraser on the top, and it has two holes for a regular size and smaller size. And I just thought it was super cool. So I just wanted to go ahead and share that with you. And also, I didn't get it, but also at Walmart they have a stapler, and this stapler has, I think it's Boss Stitch. The stapler, it's a stand-up stapler, a regular stapler, a stand-up stapler, and the stapler has a staple remover in it, a pencil sharpener, and I think that's it. So it's a three-way stapler. Stapler, staple remover, and a pencil sharpener. It may have something else, I don't remember. And I was like, how cool is that? And I wanted it, but I just couldn't justify getting it for that price, because I still had some other things I needed to get for as far as school supplies. So let's dive on into the Mardel haul, excuse me. And if you watch my other videos, just like the Dollar Tree video, you'll know that the boy asked for superhero for this year as the theme, and for school. And I don't just do a superhero, just go Iron Man or something like that. I try to do things that reflect our faith and to keep our faith ever before him. I remind him why we believe and how we can walk this out in our everyday life, how we can make it real. Because if we don't, it kind of seems like it's a fairy tale pie in the sky kind of deal, but it's not. And so on his folders, I just put characteristics that a superhero would and should embody, you know, like courage, honesty, believe the best in people, and there was one more. I think it said praiseworthy. And then I had the scripture references to back up why I was giving that to him. So at Mardel, I got this. And this was $4.99 for 6 folders. And I got these for him. And I used some of these on his spiral or his folders or his composition books that he had to have. And these are the interiors of those files, which I was like, oh, cool, because I'll use it as pattern paper or cardstock, because I don't waste anything. I try not to waste anything, and it's just pretty. So I was like, how cool is that? So I'll use those. I usually don't pay $4.99 for just 6 folders or something like that, because I'll get them from Dollar Tree or something, but I wanted to do something special for him. And I'll just go ahead and show you right quick all the things I got for superhero. And this is the sticky note pack, and it was a pack of these. He has flags, and then there was another one that kind of had this background, that blue background here, or maybe it was more like this, and it had all these characters right here just going around it, because there's some girls and some boys. So I sent those already, because he needed them for school. They need sticky notes for reading, I guess. And so I already sent that one with him, and I figured I'd keep this one until he needs some more, because otherwise, you know what'll happen. They'll just be all gone. And then I showed these in my Dollar Tree haul. I got that for him. And it's my story because the boy loves to draw, so I got that. And I got that one, and I used that on the cover of a spiral. And I got these as well, because I said I would show all of these at once. So I got all that, which 2 of them I didn't use. I just forgot I had them because I had this stuff stacked in a bag or in a box, waiting for a haul, sitting over here on my couch waiting for the haul video. So I forgot to use them. So oh well, life is good. I might have to update the folders later or buy more folders. So anyway, I'll have them for later. So I got this for 30 cents. So how cute is that? Got that, and hang on. And I got that one for 30 cents because I already had this one from Mardel. And it was $1. So I'd already gotten this one before. Not sure what I'm going to do with it, but that's why I picked up the second one, the smaller version. Because I thought, oh, cute. That'll go with it. And these are actually name tags, so they're self-adhesive. Score. And they're originally $3.49. And they're for 30 cents. So I got them for 10%. And I saw these and I was like, oh, how cute. Thank God for good friends. Cute, 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 right? Oh, and it's from Dayspring. And those were 99 cents. And this one says, friend loves at all times. Thought that was super cute. Also 99 cents. And this is for people like me who get down sometimes. I think we all need reminders. You've got this. You can do this. You can get through this day. You can get through this season. And hang on a second. I'll just put that back for a moment while I reach. Okay. And I got this. My Nave's Topical Bible. And you might think, well, why the heck do you need another Bible? And that's what I said to myself. Why do I need another Bible? But this one is topical. And sometimes I will get on my phone or the tablet or something to look up something that I'm looking for. But sometimes I just want a book. I just want the book in my hand, which I guess is why it was being clearanced out, because people are now using Google more, or Bible Hub, Bible Gateway more. But I just wanted it to have at the ready for when, if I needed it. And that was only I think it was $5. So why not, right? And I got this, which is just cute in itself. What your heart needs for the hard days. I mean, it's just cute. And that's by Holly Girth. Look at how cute that spine is. And there's Holly. And I was trying to figure out why I know her name. And I think it's because I follow her on Pinterest. And each of the 52 devotions based on the Psalms will help you remember that God is good and we're all in this together. And the excerpt says, we all have days that make us want to pull the covers back over our heads and eat a dozen cupcakes and ice cream. Thankfully, Jesus said we don't live on bread alone. That includes cupcakes, but on every word that comes from the mouth of God. What we really need is truth. If you're tired, discouraged, or feel a little empty inside, my prayer is that by the end of our time together, you'll be refreshed and nourished in a way that will sustain you through whatever the future may hold. Remember, you're not alone, my friend. So I was like, how cute is that? And yep. We do need moments to be reminded of that. Like this one, God will ease your anxiety. I think it's so cute with that teacup. Just so cute. I like how we're incorporating art more into the books. And she has what my heart is saying to you and what my heart is hearing from you. So you have a place to journal in both after you read the little devotional. So how cute is that? Got that. Oh. And I got Bonhoeffer, Dietrich Bonhoeffer, Pastor, Martyr, Prophet, Spy. It should say Pastor, Prophet, Spy, Martyr, I guess. And it's the student edition, which I'm not sure what that means. And this is by Eric Metaxas, who's a great author as well. And I love Dietrich Bonhoeffer. And this is a guy that was, I'll just read it for you. The fascinating story of one of Christianity's most courageous heroes, Dietrich Bonhoeffer, is now abridged and adapted for students. This compelling account of Bonhoeffer's remarkable testimony, combined with historical, theological, and political elements and enhanced with photos, brings the story to life. How did Bonhoeffer become someone who would defend God's truth even when it was a matter of life and death? How did he endure the hardships that came with its faithfulness? How might we respond similarly to injustices today? And author Eric Metaxas vividly portrays the struggles of faith of Bonhoeffer, a man who had the courage to follow his convictions into Nazi Germany and stand up for the truth of God. And it asks, what would you do if your faith could cost you your life? And Bonhoeffer was around during the time of the Holocaust, and he just continued to help people even though he knew it could cost him his life. And one of his quotes that I just absolutely love is, silence in the face of evil is evil itself, or is itself evil. And I just love that. So here's another book that'll be on my to read list, and I have been looking at it, the Bonhoeffer book, and looking at it, and I was like, I need to buy that. That needs to be on my shelf. I want to have books on the shelf for the boy to pick up and read about, godly men and men of courage and men of strength, just so he could see, what that looks like in everyday life. And it was $1, so I was like, yeah. And then this is Billy Graham in quotes. When the gospel of Jesus Christ is presented with authority, quoting from the very word of God, he takes that message and drives it supernaturally into the human heart. And who doesn't love Billy Graham, or Franklin Graham, who wrote it, which is awesome. And Franklin had a wonderful book, Rebel with a Cause. I believe it's Rebel with a Cause. And it explained how Franklin was like a prodigal son, even though he was the son of Billy Graham and Ruth Bell Graham, if you can believe that one. But it was a very good book. So this should be very good as well. Here's just a little excerpt. History is going somewhere, and we all know full well that he who does all things well will bring beauty from the ashes of a world of chaos. A new world is being born. A new social order will emerge when Christ comes back. A fabulous way is on the future. And that's just his quote on the M Times. And then Billy Graham on joy. Pleasures are the things that appeal to our flesh and to our lust, but joy is something else. Joy runs deep. Without dark clouds in our lives, we will never know the joy of sunshine. We can become callous and unteachable if we do not learn from pain. And who wants to live with pain? But it is the catalyst that helps us to grow. So I got that, which I think was $5. And here's another one, Coach Dru Joyce II, and Beyond Championships, a playbook for winning at life. I believe this was, this says 50 cents. I was going to say $1, but it says 50 cents. And again, some of these books, I most definitely will read myself to check out the content. But most of these books I've gotten just so that I can have it for the boy, because he will be a man one day. He'll be growing up, and you know, I just want to have things for him that he can read himself. Now this one is Lynn inspired, and this is The Remarkable Rise of Jeremy Lin. So that was 50 cents also. And what drives Jeremy Lin? In spite of being cut by two NBA teams, in spite of being cut by two NBA teams before he signed with the Knicks, Lin always trusted that God had a plan for his life and his talents. In an interview with Mike Yorkie, Lin says, "I'm not exactly sure how it's all going to turn out, but I know for a fact that God has called me to be here now in the NBA." After weeks of sitting at the end of the bench, a teammate's injury finally placed Lin on the court. Since then, he has captivated sports fans throughout the world with his tremendous skill and humble response to Lin's sanity. See, isn't that something? That's just pretty cool. He actually sat on the bench, just like Walt Disney had failure. Everybody fails. And I need to remember that, because so often, you know, you get to see people, the final reel or their highlight clips on their Pinterest boards of all the things they created. You don't get to see the fails that happened before it got to the beauty that's there. So that's a wonderful thing to remember. I got this pretty bandana because our colors are orange and black. So, and I love bandanas. I wear a ton of them. I got this for $1. And I got this. It's called Made to Crave by Lisa Turquoise. Satisfying your deepest desires with God. I'm so sorry if you can hear that weed whacker outside. I'm sorry. They're cutting the grass or something, I guess. And what do you crave to make you happy? And this one is pretty convicting. New shoes, a decadent dessert, popularity, a date with that cute guy in English. Every day is filled with things we want and crave. Things that will make us feel good for at least for a moment. But what happens when that moment is gone and the need returns? And Shanti Feldham, I guess also. Yeah, Shanti Feldham also co-wrote this with her. And her book is For Young Women Only, What You Need to Know About How Guys Think. And that was such a good book. She and her husband have one. It says For Women Only, and then he has one, I believe, that says For Guys Only, or Men Only. But it's such a good book. And I don't have that book anymore. I think it was lost when I lost everything. And last but not least, I got these, which is Pages in My Head. It's $1.19. And to be perfectly honest, I got them with the thought of ripping them up and making them into junk journals. That was the thought in my head. But, as we all know, book readers have a hard time, because once you open a book and you find that a book is filled with tons of stories, you're like, oh my gosh, that's reading for days. So, I don't know what I'm going to do. They are only $1.19, but that's not the problem. The problem is, where do I put these big giant books? So, that was part one. Yeah, that was part one and part two. I was like, oh yes, look how fat that is. Look how big of a junk journal that could be. I don't know if I'll get around to using that for that. I don't know. Maybe after I read it all. Hopefully. And so the last item on my haul was, yes, all these pencils, which are 20 cents each at Mardel. Sorry. 20 cents each at Mardel. And it says rub pencil to change color. I'm trying to, I don't know if you can see that, it's turning yellow a little bit. And so we're the Bulldogs, so I got all of these super cool Super cool paw prints. And then some of these are for the boy, which I said I hadn't gone through this stuff because I was waiting to do this haul video. And, you know, that's for superhero. And I think my nephew picked out the fox. I'm not sure. And there's more superhero stuff for the boy. So those are pencils for him. There's another fox. And then more paw prints fell. And somebody picked up these, which says Heaven Growth Baptism. I'll put it on the side. Heaven Growth Baptism, Purity, Jesus, and the black is sin. I don't know who picked those up, but one of the boys picked those up. And so that is it for my haul video. Thank you so much for joining me for my Michaels. Sorry, I keep saying Michaels. I did Michaels already, my Mardel haul video. And I just hope you have a wonderfully blessed day. Thank you for watching. Hopefully the video isn't too crappy. Please forgive me. I hope you learned something new today or experienced something new today, and you get to go and think about some things, or see something you like. Maybe you'll stop by Mardel and give them a shot, or just go see what's new or what's on clearance today. And I just thank you guys so much for joining me, and I hope you have a beautifully blessed day, and we'll see you. Bye.